Guys, welcome back to the channel, Make Money Trucking. So today we have my 2011 Freightliner Coronado. It's got a DD15 in it, and today we're going to be replacing the EGR cooler. It was pretty expensive. EGR coolers aren't cheap. Luckily I got one that was in stock, so I'm going to kind of show you a video of how to do that and go through some things that are involved with it. Alright, so if you can see there, there's a little bit of coolant dripping off of the EGR cooler. For a few days I was losing coolant and I didn't really know kind of where it was going. I knew it was going somewhere. I just was trying to figure it out, and then it's going down on this exhaust manifold, and it was I could smell coolant, so it was kind of leaking. But that is the culprit of our coolant issue of losing coolant. So the EGR is probably bad. It's not leaking a whole lot, but it was going through about a half to a gallon every couple days. And then so what we're gonna do to start out, there's a plug right here. We're basically going to unscrew that and drain the coolant out, and then we'll go from there. All right, so that's draining. I can't stress enough to be very careful when you retighten this up to not over tighten it. I screwed myself and over tightened one of these and broke this housing and had to replace the entire radiator because I couldn't get it to stop leaking after I over tightened it. So just remember that. Good little FYI there. Don't be dumb like I did and over tighten this. When you tighten this screw or this fitting back up, just a little bit, not a lot, or you'll break it and you'll be replacing a whole radiator. So we got to take the air box off. There's two bolts in the front, one bolt on the back, and then this clamp. We undid this, and now this will move out of the way. Don't forget this little pipe on the back. I forgot about it and was yanking on this thing. It wouldn't come off. But yeah, so get that pipe disconnected. I went ahead and put a rag over this right here. This is the turbo inlet, so nothing gets in the turbo. Just put the clamp on. I put two of these chintzy rags just so we don't get nothing in there, any foreign contaminants or whatever. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and remove this inlet pipe for the EGR and make sure that the EGR is our problem. Basically, we just got to undo this clamp, this hose clamp here. I already did the 3 bolts here, so this thing's loose, and this bolt here, and we're going to see what we find. All right, so remove the pipe, and if you can see, I don't know if you can see with the light, but there's definitely fluid in there. Let me grab my light here. Definitely fluid in there. If you can see that, not a whole lot, but there's enough of it. So basically this pretty much confirms that it is our EGR cooler, and that's what needs to be replaced. So that's just a fail-safe to be like, okay, is it definitely that problem? So I don't want to go replacing a $2,000 or $2,500 EGR cooler if it's not that. All right, guys, so next we're going to do this clamp here and this clamp down here to get this pipe removed. All right, so we got that clamp off, this is loose now. Then we're going to unbolt this bolt here that goes up to the coolant tank, and we're going to end up loosening this line here, and then we'll start working on the EGR itself. All right, we got that line moved out of the way. Now we're going to work on these. These are T6 hex bolts. I don't know exactly what you call them, but we're going to undo all 4 of these clamps that are holding the EGR on. Got all those bolts and out of from the clamps, and then we're going to take a pry bar and pry this off. It should have 3 sleeves that press it on into place, so we'll do that and pull this thing off. All right, so we got the old EGR cooler pulled off. You can see where it was leaking. I don't know if that's just a sleeve or internally if it's got a problem, but this side looks good. And that's where it came off. There's 3 sleeves, 1, 2 there, and the other one there. We'll pull those out, put the new ones in, and then push the new one back into place. All right guys, so we got the EGR cooler back on, all fastened down, and now we just got to put the air box on. Don't forget this tube back here, and then we'll take the cloth off, push this down in, and refasten this on, and then put the 3 bolts on the air box, and then we'll fill the coolant and go from there. All right guys, so we got everything clamped, got these bolts back fastened down on the air filter, got that pipe back on, got that bolt on back there. So just gonna do a quick once over, make sure I didn't forget nothing. There's that new clamp. Clean this area up a little bit, and then we'll put the coolant in. All right guys, thanks for watching. I will see you on the next one.